Alright, this is the next job on this Tacoma. We need to replace the brake master cylinder, the brake servo, and bleed the brakes. What we will have to do is drain out all the fluid here. I'm going to undo this bolt here just to give me a little more room. Undo that clip there. And obviously undo the brake lines down there. Once that's done, then I have the fun job of lying upside down in the footwell to get to the booster nuts and bolts. So, let's get on with it. I'm not going to show you me draining this because that.
All right, following on from those still photographs, there are those two bolts there, and if I can get you there, the other two bolts there. There is also the pin, and there are 3 pins here. It's the top and final pin. Really, in all honesty, it's not too difficult to get out. And you gotta, twist yourself in 17 different angles and become a Hindu Greek twisty fucky thing just to get up there and get them out. But it's not, in all honesty, too bad. Now, let's go back outside. The brake booster itself, of course, couldn't be the same as the one I took out. I measured the distance on the connecting rod and tried to do it exactly the same on the new Toyota booster. Of course, it wasn't exact, so I'm hoping, and we will see, whether or not it works, because the Toyota one was longer than whatever it was that was in there, and I don't know if this has ever been changed before. So it was kind of a little tricky, to say the least. Also, they have this strange little piece here. I'm really not sure of the purpose of that, and maybe Mr. Toyota might know. Yeah, it stops this from turning, but really, is that the only reason? Okay, so now I need to get the master cylinder on here, but before I get that master cylinder on there, you need to do what's known as a bench bleed. And that is to get the fluid through the master cylinder prior to installing it. Otherwise, it makes it really difficult. And oh yes, again, thank you, Mr. fucking designer, you MFSOB. There is this bracket, let's see if I can get it back into where it belongs, that is in the way when you're trying to take the servo out. It's Penis inus rectimus. I mean, come on, fuck's sake, designers. You know this is likely to be replaced. Couldn't you give us, an extra bit of room? Couldn't you design the bracket to perhaps go like this so that I could get this out without a struggle? All right, I got to tell you guys, to get this out, it's jiggledy piggledy wiggledy figgledy. A pain in the fucking ass. Yes, you can do it. Yes, you can get it out, because I did. But it could have been so much easier if it wasn't for this stupid bracket. And I'm really not quite sure why that bracket is even there. Maybe Mr. Toyota thought it would be fun to fuck with me. However, unfortunately, Mr. Toyota, I beat you, because that bracket, once you undo that bolt, you can swing it out the way, then you can get the booster out. Now you have to swing it back, line up the bolt, and by God, is that fucker under tension. That's ridiculous. However, there you go. So next thing to do is to bench bleed the master cylinder, which I will show you, and then get it installed. And if you don't like this video and you don't like me swearing, then fuck off. I'm sorry, that was really unnecessary. I'm just kind of ticked off with the ridiculous stuff you have to do to work on cars. Okay, Toyota Tacoma. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I suddenly went Japanese. I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. And only some of you will understand that. And those of you that don't, Google it. I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. And you will understand my stupidity. Okay, before I put the master cylinder on this Toyota Tacoma, I have to do what's known as bench bleed. This is something I recommend you all do, because doing it on the vehicle is a pain in the surrectomus. I've used this silly little clamp just to hold the pipes in there. They give you these lovely little adapters. They give you these lovely pipes. All you have to provide is the fluid. And then what you do is you push on here, and as you can see, it's bleeding it through. Now, I must admit, I was hoping there wouldn't be any bubbles, but no bubbles on this one. So we will see how that goes, but pushing it in, there you go. You see that? Okay, now I know I've done the damnedest I can do. I've got as much fluid as I can get through it. I'm going to put the cap on this and then try and put it on the vehicle. It may not happen, actually. I'm saying that. As I say that, I engage half my brain cell. Well, I've only got a half anyway. And somebody said to me the other day about if you had half a brain cell, you'd be quarterly stupid. So, okay, Larry, I'm going to get you for that one. Obviously, I have to take these off. I could try plugging them, probably not going to work. I'm going to take those off and we'll see what happens. But at least the cylinder in here now has got fluid in it, which is a good start. And then we'll get it over, kind of follow me, to here, where this lovely new servo is. And they provide you with this strange looking thing. I'm really not sure why, and if Mr. Toyota would care to contact me and let me know why you put this strange little bracket. I can see, you know, it stops this from turning, but really? Did you have a problem with it turning? Anyway, so the master cylinder will go back on here. We will pry this out of the way and get it back on. We will connect these two. Oh, and something here that I noticed, and these pipes seem to have some kind of plastic coating on. And you can see with me using my fingernail, it comes off. Be very careful you don't get any of that shit over this entrance or on the back of this connection here. I'm going to attack this with a little wire brush, not aggressively, but I'm sorry guys, that's not a fucking good idea. Oh, a car manufacturer with a bad idea. Yeah, there's a fucking surprise. I mean, you slide this on and it gets all this crap, this plastic crap that obviously isn't hydraulic fluid resistant, because look at it, it peels off. It's terrible. What a stupid fucking idea. Oh, a designer that made a stupid idea on a car. What a surprise. Hey guys, next time you want to design a car, talk to me. I'll show you how it should be done properly. Good fucking God, look at it. It's such crap. These guys need the designers. I think I've said it before. Car designers should be made to work in a garage on the vehicles they're designing for, let's say a year minimum. So at least then they know the shit that they have designed. And okay, maybe it's not the one they're currently designing, but maybe it's the one that was previously designed by them. Who knows? Jeez. All right, guys. I'll get the master cylinder and get it on there now, and then show you when it's on, because I know you're going to be so excited by seeing a master cylinder in place. All right, we're getting close to the end of the nightmare. Getting this in here is not easy. Possible, but not easy. Also, getting these connections to line up. Do them by finger. Do not crank them in with a wrench until you're sure the threads are correct. It's a lot of fiddling, but you have to do it. I had to loosen these bolts down here and move the master cylinder around so that I could get both of these connections in without crossing the thread. Do be very careful of that. You fuck that up, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Also, whilst I was working on it, this vacuum line came off, so be careful of that. Put the connection back in now. The brake cylinder reservoir is okay, but we are now going to go into bleeding the brakes. It's really not something I want to show you guys, because hell, if you're doing this kind of work, you should know how to bleed brakes. Now, on some vehicles it changes, but on this one, I believe, fuck off. You start from the furthest wheel away from the master cylinder. So on this vehicle, that is the right rear. Then you go to the next one, left rear. Then you go to the next one, front right. Then you go to the final one, left front, and bleed them. I'm not going to show you how to bleed brakes. You must know how to bleed brakes. If you don't even fucking attempt this kind of thing, because it's not rocket science, but Christ, guys, you got to know what you're doing. Okay, cables back in here, connections here, fluid in reservoir, bleed brakes, rock and roll. That's the theory. All right, guys, and look at this mess here. Yeah, well, that's what happens. But we will be cleaning that off. You don't return the vehicle to your customer with your sweat and shit all over it, because that is just disgusting. So I will clean that off. I will bleed the brakes. Then I will smoke the... no, I'm not going to say smoke the tires. Did I say smoke the tires? No, Ron, really, I didn't smoke all of the tires. Just the little witty bit. Oh, Christ, guys. I can't help it. I just have fun. And if you're hearing the creaking, that's because I'm standing on this bloody thing, because this fucker's up in the air. Yeah, you guys with your big ass trucks, you don't give a shit about the mechanic, do you? And this one really isn't jacked up much. It's probably standard height, but you still need a little stool to get on. Getting on a stool. No, I don't even want to go there. Okay, this is the end of this video. As usual, if any of you out there with one of these vehicles has questions that I can answer with regards to the work I've done, also regarding the control arms that I did, I'm more than happy to answer them. Do email me at gstargarage@gmail.com, and that is gstarrgarage@gmail.com. Okay guys, please like, subscribe, send me pictures of your wife naked. I will be very happy. Or your girlfriend, you don't have to be married to her.